Welcome back, guys. I know my upload schedule's been a little bit everywhere, but I'm just trying to get these videos rolling for you when I can, guys, and I hope you guys can appreciate that I'm still trying to get the content out when I can. So we got two shows this weekend. You know, we the number one men's physique review channel, so let's get right into it. So this weekend, guys, we do have the Flex Weekend Pro, and that is in Italy, I believe. And then we have the Sasquatch Pro this weekend. Some heavy hitters coming into both of these shows. Multiple, many-time Olympians, and even people that have placed very well at the Olympia. So let's go right into it. So we're going to start off looking at the Flex Weekend Pro, guys. This is overseas in Italy. So this is the lineup we're rolling with. I'm going to try to say these names. I'm going to butcher a few, but we got Arian Ali, Muhammad Ali, Andrea Antonelli, Idea Imi. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to say that. Simeon Pietro Arena, Ali Balo, Lucas Biolo, Aliso Fasci, Fibo Gambacorta, Lenny Masouf. I'm gonna be honest, I'm butchering these names so bad. So that's the rest of the list. Chao Peng, Maxiv Petrov, Kenny Privet, Ali Raza, Giuseppe Risibato, Aliso Sibizera, Khalid Ahmed Shiride, Marcel Trischeler, and Emil Walker. I'm so sorry. I butchered so many names. But that's our lineup, right? So let's go over who I got. I had to do a little research. I'm going to say that. I had to do a little research. I always do. But so in the first call out, we got Adiemi. We got Ali Bailal. We got Fibo. We got Lenny. And we got Chao Peng. And then we got Emil Walker, right? Let me put you guys on real quick. So that's the first six, right? So this order is difficult, very difficult. But I do got to go off a few things I've seen from last year. Some of these guys have been competing already this year, so it's gonna be tough to put them in the right spots. So we're gonna go number 6. We're gonna go with I'm gonna have to go Emil Walker, to be honest, because the fact all these guys have beat Emil, or the other guys have beat the other guys that have beaten Emil this year or prior years, right? So Emil Walker's physique, obviously fantastic. This is him from the Chiru Classic where he took 3rd. His front shot, he's got to come in a little tighter, I imagine. That's what they tell him. A little bit fuller of a chest. And then from the back, obviously, lights out, right? Super wide back. Great. I can't remember the name. I was just talking to one of my boys, and I can't remember what the center of the back's called right now. But great development there. Lower back, dry-ish. Not completely dry-ish, I'll say that. So got him at 6 because he's got to come in a little bit tighter. This is a video of Emil, though. 7 days ago, so last week. He's looking good. Still got to dry out, obviously. But Emil's back is super nice. So it's just about him coming in dry and full and having that complete look, right? So I got him coming in 6th. In 5th, I'm gonna have, you know, this is gonna be so hard. In 5th, I'm gonna have to go with ID Emmy. So those that don't know who this is, right? He went to the Olympia last year. How did he qualify? He beat Sidi Pouye. So he's not someone to mess around with, right? Looks like a super tall guy. Great structure, a lot of muscle on his physique. This is from the Olympia because it's the last time we've seen him. He doesn't have the best conditioning. He can come in a lot tighter. He didn't place at the Olympia, but he can come in a lot tighter. And then the back, he's got a really nice back. It's just not as dry as it needs to be. Needs the rear delts a little bit better as well. but just not as dry. So we'll see how he comes in. That's why I got him 5th. He's just not dry based on his Olympia, but it's his first show, so we'll see how he does this year, right? So we got him coming in 5th. In 4th, we're going to have Lenny. I love Lenny's physique. This is him. He came in 3rd at the, this is the Portugal Pro, or the Mr. Big Evolution, right? Behind Felipe, Deglia, and I think City won this show. But this was his pro debut. Looks absolutely fantastic. Great front shot. Not a lot of people can pull off that just straight on shot. I would say he would need a little bit fuller of a chest to pull this off extremely well. But the pose looks good on him. He could use a little bit more shoulders, and then the back is great. He's very dry on the back. The width is there, the density is there. So I don't believe they critiqued him on his back. If they did, it's a little bit on the traps if they critiqued him, if anything, on the back. But I do have him coming in 4th at this show. This would be a 2nd show, so that's amazing. You know, came in 3rd in his pro debut. So I do have Lenny coming in 4th at this show. In 3rd, I'm going to have Fibo. Currently don't have any photos of Fibo on my computer. I've messaged Fibo, so I'm going to throw up some shots that he sent me a while back after he won his show. I can't remember what show he won off the top of my head. I believe that's the Chiru. Yeah, I believe it was the Chiru Classic that he won, and he looked fantastic. So I'm gonna just throw up some photos. It's his front shot, and then there's his back shot. And Fibo looks great. He can come in a little bit tighter, a little bit drier. I imagine that's what they told him. And it's really hard because some of these overseas guys, they have the fullness and the muscle. They just don't come in as dry. So I do have him coming in 3rd. Love Fibo. Always been talking to him, and love that you're communicating with me as well. Who I have coming in 2nd is probably going to be a huge surprise to everyone. Huge surprise. I got Ali Bilal coming in 2nd, right? So this is him from the I don't remember what it was called, but it's like the India Pro or something, right? He came in 3rd. He most likely should have taken 2nd. We'll just leave it at that, right? But he took 3rd. I imagine they told him he needs to come in a little bit more fuller because the conditioning's just his conditioning's always lights out, right? He had 3 pro wins last year. This year he's came in 5th at the Pittsburgh Pro, 3rd overseas at the India Pro, and now he's doing the Italy. And then this is his back. He can bring his back up a little bit, I would say, because he's got one of the best front poses, but I believe he can bring his back up a little bit. Not the width, but just the center and the density of it. But I do believe he'll take 2nd at this show. A lot of people are not going to know who I have winning this, like who even this is. But he's somebody that's just... He's somebody that people are either going to know or just should know because he's been lights out, right? So who I have is... taking this entire show at the Flex Pro Italy, it's Chow Pang. Those that don't know who this is him a couple days ago, right? Another Asian guy, crazy physique. Look at the shoulders, the full chest. Obviously, the Asian fronts are always crazy, right? So, and then this is his back from a couple weeks ago. It doesn't look as dry yet. You can see the density and the thickness, but we'll see what he brings to the stage, right? And you go, so how do I have this guy winning? Where is he from, right? He took 2nd last year to Jeffrey Darko at a show. Then he won, I think he took 2nd at the Yamamoto. And then he ended up winning the, I can't remember what he ended up winning off the top of my head. But then he won a show and qualified for the Olympia. He didn't end up going. I don't know if his visa issues or anything like that. But this is him, right? So this is him. Oh, it's right there, the Tsunami Pro, something like that. But yeah, this is him. This is his front shot. So if you guys don't believe it, look how full this man comes in. He looks like a house. Great physique, crazy roundness to his muscle bellies. And then, you know, most Asian guys critiqued on their back. Not this guy. Not this guy. He brings it in. You can see that the lat and the width is there. he needs to come in a little drier, because if he comes in looking like this, he's not going to beat Ali, just because he's not as dry. And conditioning has been absolutely spot on this year. They've been super hard on conditioning, but I do think Chao Pang can bring in that conditioning, and I think he's going to be a dark horse to win this show. Obviously Ali's got to probably be the favorite. He's been the favorite at a lot of shows, but it's been up and down for him this year. He could be coming with a vengeance. Took a lot of time off, so we'll see what happens. Obviously Ali's going to bring in the conditioning, but I don't know what the judges' feedback has been on him, and they've been really hard on him this year. So we'll see what happens, but I do have Chao Pang winning the Flex Pro in Italy, okay? Next up, we have the Sasquatch Pro. I'm going to be able to read a lot of these names just because they're not overseas guys. But here we go. Here's the lineup we got at the Sasquatch Pro. We got Wagner Abreu, Jarrell Benton, Joshua Bulls, Kevin Brown, Donald Dudley, Dejan Freeman, Ruben Glass, Joshua Guidry, Dylan Lin, Chao Yu Lu, David Odom, Edvin Palmera, Matt Pateson, Aaron A. Riviera, Jason L. Robinson, Sharik Shabazz. Welcome back to competing. Another Chicago guy, and super glad to see him stepping on stage. Michael Spencer, Alexander Toplin, and Serge Victor. Okay. Some names are just going to scream off this list. That's just what happens in these shows at the States, to be honest. There's a lot of names are screaming off these lists because everyone's trying to qualify for that O, right? So we have Kevin Brown, who's been doing super well. He'll be in that first call-out. Ruben Glass, former Olympian, he's going to be in that first call-out. Joshua Guidry, he's in the first call-out every time, so he's going to be in that first call-out. Edvin Palmera, 5th in the world. He is coming back, and this is his first show with cuts. I'll let you guys know about that. Sharik Shabazz, welcome back. He's going to be in that first call-out. And Alexander Toplin, welcome back. With your new coach, you're going to be in that first call-out. So how do we have these guys placing? I'm going to be honest. I feel like a lot of people are going to have very, very, very similar predictions to what I say just because of what we've seen, right? So in that 6th spot, we're going to have Ruben Glass, right? Ruben Glass or Kevin Brown is going to be in that 6th, 5th spot, I think. Both of them have that fullness on their physique. They just haven't brought that dryness that some people look for, right? So I'm going to show you guys. Here is Ruben Glass, who I have coming in 6th at this show. Here is a recent update of him. This is him. It says right there, 5 meals, 1.5 gallons of water. This is like 9 p.m., right? So here's him just posing a little bit. He looks great. Like I said, he brings in the fullness. His physique is super bubbly. And great back, great width. He's got to lower that right shoulder a little bit because it's hiked a little bit and it's taking away from his lats. But looks great. He's just got to come in a little bit tighter. Obviously, he's still got time to lean out, dry out, and everything like that. So we'll see how he looks like on stage. But I do have Ruben coming in 6th. In 5th, I got Kevin Brown. This is him from the Los Angeles Grand Prix, which I think this is the show. Who won this? I think it was Carlos de Oliveira, but this is Kevin Brown. Great physique, great structure, great muscle, great shape, to be honest. It's weird to see somebody hit this the just straight on front pose with how much muscle he has on his frame, but it looks good. And then his back, he's just got to bring up his back a little bit. The width has got to be there. His rear delts are there. Density in the center of the back's there. And he's dry because you can see that lower back. But he just got to bring out the width a little bit. And he looks good. That's why I have him in this first call out. It's just a super stacked show. And he's going to put a lot of pressure on himself being in this show, which is great because, you know, pressure builds diamonds. So we have him coming in 5th. I'm gonna be honest. I had something different at first, but in 5th, in 4th, I'm gonna have Sharik. I had Sharik in 3rd, but I'm gonna have him in 4th. So this is Sharik Shabazz. I believe is 11th in the world in two years ago, right? So for those that don't know about Sharik, right, He is a former Olympian, obviously. I just mentioned about him, but he stopped competing because he was competing for others and not himself. I remember seeing and reading a post about that, and he said he didn't believe he was going to return, right? But now he's returning to the stage with cuts. It's going to be amazing because that means he found the love for the sport and he's doing it for himself now, right? But it's been a while since he's been on stage, so it's going to be hard for him to really break this top 3 against people that have just been competing and wanting it, right? But he's coming back. Shape's there. This is him from the Olympia. Shoulders are crazy. Chest is nice. Midsection is nice. It's got to be a little bit tighter, though, with how these guys are coming in and how conditioned these guys are nowadays. Here's the back. He's got to bring out the back more. The width has got to be there. Because it's different from 2001 to now. It really just is. But he's you know, he's got the shape, he's got the muscle. So I got him coming in fourth at this show. I just don't think he can beat these other guys that have really been showing it out. So third, I have Joshua Guidry. Talked to him a lot. This is my homie. This is what I'm talking about, the conditioning. Look how dry he is, guys. And look how much muscle he has on his frame. He looks fantastic. This is a post not too long ago. It's him in the gym, you know, just flexing. And then there's another post of him flexing and just looking absolutely housed. I have him coming in third. A lot of his critique has been on his back. He's been upping his back, upping it, and he's been doing super well. Always in that first call out. So I have him coming in third at this show behind two guys, which I'm going to believe almost everyone in the circuit, everyone that watches men's physique, everyone that competes in men's physique, supports it, has top 2. And that's Toplin and Edvin. They're going to be battling. I don't see anybody else really battling for it. And who do I have winning this show? Unfortunately, I don't think Toplin can beat Edvin. You know, Edvin is 5th in the world. First show back, though. First show back on the circuit. And Toplin just got a new coach, and we saw how he did at San Diego, prepping himself and everything. But this is Toplin from San Diego, right? So this is his prejudging, I believe, his prejudging routine. And he brought it, right? This is his best look to date at prejudging. At finals, he didn't bring that conditioning that he had at prejudging, but he looks super great, full, and he's been running the circuit, right? He's been going and just improving. And I think he's super excited for this show. He knows Edvin was coming to this show, so it was no surprise, right? And he's gonna love to challenge himself and compete, because that's just what these guys do. They challenge themselves and compete. Pressure builds diamonds. And we'll see how Alex brings his conditioning. He hasn't really updated us too much. He's keeping it low. Him and his boy Cam, that's his new coach. That's who this is on the right? That's Cam right there. And Alex is looking good. We'll see how he brings his conditioning in. I imagine he's going to hit conditioning. But it'll be very, very fun to see these two compete. And I think it's going to be an amazing show this weekend on Saturday. Unfortunately, I don't think he can top Edvin Palmera. If you guys haven't been keeping up with his posts or anything like that, my gosh, this stuff is unreal, right? So here's him. This is him. Look at him. I don't know if there's a filter on this or anything. Look at Edvin. Oh my. The veins. Dude, Edvin, it doesn't even look real. It almost looks like Edvin trying to just win the Olympia this year. Like, he might mess around and win the Olympia this year. That's how crazy he looking. So let me get one more video that I got right here, right? This is him focusing on his back and his traps, and just look at it. Yeah, Edvin's coming in dangerous, guys. And I don't think, obviously these guys aren't coming in to lose. They are trying to prove something, but I think Edvin's he's going to be too much to handle for Toplin at this show. He's got a very similar physique to Jonas, but like a lot more developed. So we'll just say that. And I think Edvin takes this show. I think he takes it clean sweep. I don't think is close, unfortunately, but Edvin is got crazy shape, crazy structure, crazy muscle belly. He came 5th last year in his debut, guys. Let's keep that in mind. So, and now he's with cuts, so he's gonna bring in that conditioning. He's not gonna miss. Cuts ain't gonna miss on that. So Edvin's gonna take this show. That's my prediction, guys. And yeah, so I got Edvin winning the Sasquatch Pro. I got Chao Peng winning the Flex Pro in Italy. And it's going to be a battle. I'm super glad to see the shows coming back to the States, just being able to cover those. And yeah, let me know your guys' predictions, who you guys got winning this weekend at any of the shows. I'm trying to get you guys to comment. I want to talk, I want to talk to the audience and everything. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Been doing great on the videos. They'll go up and down in views. It's all right. Doesn't matter. Still motivated to cover this. That's just what I do. So thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys and see you over the weekend with the reviews and the winners. Hopefully I can get some comments and stuff like that from them and even people from the show. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys